Hello and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be doing a live read-along for Thrice Married to a Salted Fish. I will be previewing the first few chapters. I'll give you guys around 8 to 10 chapters of every book I'll read, and then you can head on over to Patreon for the rest of it if you like it. Okay, so let's just jump on in. This is my second time recording. Unfortunately, the first time I was really sick and the quality just didn't turn out very well. But either way, this is my first time doing a live reading, so please be patient with me, and I promise that it does get better as we go along. Okay, chapter 1. A wedding night was taking place at the Marquess of Nan'an's manor. 2 matrons of honor had been tasked with assisting the bride on the wedding night. When they finished their work, the matrons led the maid out of their inner rooms of the Marquess's manor. Before the woman even stepped out the door, they were whispering to each other frantically. "I've never seen such a beautiful man. Ah, what a pity that he's married to an invalid. What is there to pity? He's the young lord of the Marquess's manor now. If it weren't for the man's bazu, which could bring fortune to their heir, would the Marquess and Marchioness be interested in the son of the head imperial physician in the Department of Imperial Physicians, the son of a 5th rank official? Good point. Only time will tell whether this is a blessing or a curse." As they conversed, the bride's matrons of honor came to the outer room and glanced inside, then closed the door. Among the festive red decorations was the newly married young lord wearing a bridal veil over his head. He looked like a jade sculpture as he sat silently on the bed. The doors slowly closed, leaving only the newlyweds in the room. Everything went quiet. Lin Qingyu's back, which he'd had stiffened for an entire day, finally relaxed. He shifted a bit, the tassels from his veil swaying with the movement. Wearing a veil was so uncomfortable. When a woman got married, her husband was supposed to remove her veil. Presumably, the same went for a man. But his husband might not be able to do that. His quote-unquote husband. Lin Qingyu took the veil off himself, which finally widened his field of vision. He looked around at the mesh curtains, red drapes, and bedding. Finally, he turned his gaze to the sleeping man on the bed. Lu Wancheng, heir to the Marquess of Nan'an's estate. In the candlelight, Lin Qingyu studied him expressionlessly. Lu Wancheng was dressed in bright red wedding robes, but his eyes were as dark as the faraway mountains. His eyelashes were long, his cheekbones were defined, and his lips were pale as paper. Even though his eyes were shut, he looked weak and feeble. He was still clearly handsome. From now on, this man would be Lin Qingyu's husband. Lin Qingyu had become a man's wife, even though he was a man himself. He was the first male wife in the Great Yu Empire to be legitimately married. Hilarious, really. Lin Qingyu had been preparing for the Imperial Academy of Medicine's entrance exam for 3 years now. If he passed, he could become a medical official like his father. Even if he didn't join the palace's personnel, he could still open an apothecary in the capital and be an ordinary physician. Unfortunately, right when his plans were about to come to fruition, the Empress had summoned his father and said, "I heard that you have a son born in the Chen hour, on the 11th day of the 3rd month of the Gui Wei year. Is that true?" So, footnote, the fifth of 12 hours is a traditional timekeeping way. It's a lucky hour. And also the year is 20 of a 6-decade cycle used to track time. So it's pretty rare. After his father confirmed it, the Empress asked the Emperor to permit a member of the Lin family to marry, betrothing Lin Jingyu to Lu Wancheng, the Marquess of Nan'an's eldest son. The officials in the capital knew very well that Lu Wancheng had been born sickly and that he'd been bedridden for many years. Upon his birth, the Marquess of Nan'an had invited an imperial physician to examine the infant. The physician confirmed that Lu Wancheng wouldn't survive past the age of 20. Lu Wancheng was already 19 this year, and his health worsened day by day. Seeing him waste away, approaching the end of his life, the Marquess of Nan'an could only write a letter pleading for help from the Great Yu's empire's imperial preceptor, who was rumored to understand the world, ghosts, and the gods. The imperial preceptor's reply only contained one line, a bazi, the Chen hour on the 11th day of the 3rd month of the Gui Wei year. Disobeying the emperor's order was a crime punishable by death. Lin Jingyu wouldn't have regretted dying alone, but he needed to protect his aging parents and his younger brother, and thus he became Lu Wancheng's wife for the sake of warding off the bridegroom's sickness. Over a decade of intense studying had become nothing more than a joke. The night was growing late, and the maid standing watch outside told Lin Jingyu, "Young lord, it's time to serve the young Marquess in bed." Lin Jingyu clenched his fist towards his sleeping husband. Him serve Lu Wancheng? Was she joking? The rules of noble marriage had always become onerous. Though this wedding had been rushed, the Marquess of Nan'an had sent an etiquette instructress to the Lin Manor to teach what Lin Jingyu called the ways of a male wife. Before the wedding, they washed his whole body, inside and out, and even smeared something like grease on him. Lin Jingyu was not homosexual and had never suffered such humiliation. If it weren't for his wish to protect dozens of members of the Lin family, he would rather have died along with Lu Wancheng. Seeing no movement in the bridal chamber, the maid urged him on. "Young lord, it's time for bed." Lin Jingyu closed his eyes and suppressed the malice rising within him. He blew out all the candles except for a single red one at the foot of the bed. Lu Wancheng lay atop the quilt, still wearing his luxurious wedding robes. Sleeping like that was probably uncomfortable. But what did that have to do with Lin Jingyu? He hoped Lu Wancheng would never wake up. As Lin Jingyu walked to the side of the bed, his eyes fell on Lu Wancheng's hands, which lay crossed over his chest. The Lins were a medical family. Lin Jingyu had studied medicine with his father since childhood. When still young, he left home to study from renowned teachers, and his medical techniques far exceeded those of his peers. He knew just by looking at Lu Wancheng's face that the man was truly beyond cure. He must have been suffering from a serious chronic illness. To confirm his suspicion, Lin Jingyu deigned to feel the ill man's pulse. Lu Wancheng's wrist felt frighteningly cold, as if it had just been taken out of cold water. It was essentially as Lin Jingyu had guessed. Lu Wancheng's vitality was exhausted, and he was on the verge of death. Unless a miraculous physician reincarnated into this world, Lu Wancheng wouldn't survive longer than 6 months. That meant Lu Wancheng's bride would only have to deal with this for half a year. when the young nobleman succumbed to his illness, Lin Qingyu would be free. As he took the ill man's pulse, Lin Qingyu unconsciously exerted some force, leaving 2 shallow marks on Lu Wancheng's wrist. Suddenly, Lu Wancheng's deathly pale fingers moved. Lin Qingyu instinctively let go of the hand, and it fell back into the bed. His eyes rolled beneath his closed eyelids, his long eyelashes fluttering. Was Lu Wancheng about to wake up? Lin Qingyu's expression was grave as he stared at Lu Wancheng unblinkingly. Under his bright, sharp gaze, Lu Wancheng slowly opened his eyes. Lu Wancheng's vision seemed covered with a layer of fog. He seemingly couldn't see clearly. Even when the cloudiness apparently dissipated, he seemed confused. Huh? Where did this beauty, reminiscent of the ancient times, come from? The sickly man asked. Ugh, what a pervert, Lu Wancheng thought. He was almost on his deathbed, but he still remembered to call Lin Qingyu a beauty. You're awake, Lin Qingyu responded coldly. Lu Wancheng seemed dazed for a moment. Then he asked, hoarsely, Who are you? Surprise flashed in Lin Qingyu's eyes. You don't know who I am? It was the first time they'd met in person. Still, if Lu Wancheng had brains, he would have understood as soon as he saw the wedding robes on Lin Qingyu's body. Lu Wancheng shook his head, coughed twice, and said, It's a bit cliche, but I still want to ask, where am I, and what am I doing here? Lin Qingyu didn't reply. Was this invalid so sick that it had made him stupid? Or did he not know about this marriage at all? Before the wedding, Lin Qingyu had heard his father mention Lu Wancheng's illness. It was said that he'd been in a stupor, delirious, for the past month. If that was the case, Lu Wancheng might actually be unaware of the marriage. Lin Qingyu's expression softened. My family name is Lin, and my given name is Qingyu. Lin Qingyu. Lin Qingyu? Lu Wancheng repeated, as if he'd remembered something. The beautiful imperial physician who died in the Eastern Palace. Lin Qingyu frowned. What? Lu Wancheng stared at him unblinkingly. His expression startled, then suddenly struggled to get up. Out of professional habit, Lin Qingyu pressed him back down. What are you doing? The mirror. Covering his chest with one hand, Lu Wancheng pointed with the other towards the bronze mirror on the cabinet, his hair flowing across the pillow. He coughed. Hand me the mirror. Mirror? Lin Qingyu did so, asking, Is something wrong with it? When Lu Wancheng saw himself in the mirror, his eyes widened, as if he'd seen a ghost. His expression held 1,000 words, but after a moment of breathless hesitation, he uttered one word. Fudge. They do say the F-bomb, but, for YouTube's sake, I'm not even monetized, but just in case, I want to be brand safe, The maid on the night watch heard the commotion inside the room and knocked, asking, Young lord, has something happened? Lin Qingyu glanced at Lu Wancheng, who looked as if he'd been struck by lightning, then calmly said, Tell the Marquess and his wife that the young master is awake. The maid immediately sent someone to report the news to the Marquess and Marchioness of Nan'an. They summoned a physician. Soon after, the bridal chamber filled with people. Lin Qingyu stood like an outsider at the edge of the room. Physician Zhang, who wasn't an imperial physician but was renowned in the capital, felt Lu Wancheng's pulse. He stroked his beard, saying incredulously, I have practiced medicines for ages, but this is the first time I've ever seen such development. Physician Zhang, The Marchioness said anxiously, "Is Wancheng?" "Don't worry, lady." The young Marquess awakened was fortuitous. "But his pulse, I took it yesterday. It was weak, and he wasn't far from death. But now, it's like he's a different person." Physician Zhang clicked his tongue in wonder. "It's miraculous, as if new life was breathed into him." Lin Jingyu mulled that over silently. Strangely enough, Lu Wancheng had suddenly gotten better. It wasn't the surge before death. He'd never seen anything like this in medical literature. The Marchioness paused before asking, "Is he going to get well then?" The physician didn't dare promise too much. Instead, he said, he at least had a sliver of hope now. This moved the Marchioness to tears. Good. Wancheng, did you hear that? You're getting better." But Lu Wancheng didn't react much. "I heard him." "Marchioness, the young Marquess just awoke." The physician told her, "He still needs rest." The Marchioness wiped her tears. "Then I won't disturb you any longer, Wancheng." "Where's Qingyu? Where did the young lord go?" Everyone looked around, and Lin Jingyu stepped forward. "Marchioness." The Marchioness held his hand in her own and smiled. "Qingyu, Wancheng's illness improved as soon as you married into our family. The imperial preceptor is truly miraculous. You are Wancheng's savior. In the future, he'll be under your care." Lu Wancheng raised his head to look at Lin Jingyu. Lin Jingyu had something of a smile on his face. "Don't worry, lady. I'll take good care of the young Marquess." "Ah, don't call him the young Marquess like we do, young lord," the auntie beside the Marchioness teased. "You should call him my husband." Everyone laughed, not noticing Lin Jingyu's fists clenching in his sleeves of his wedding robes. The crowd dispersed, and the bridal quarters found peace again. The red candle was about to burn out. Lu Wancheng lay on the bed silently, his brows tightening occasionally, as if he was trying to remember something. Lin Jingyu couldn't be bothered to pay attention to him. He stood next to the window, staring at the unfamiliar moonlight outside as it spilled onto his body. After a while, Lu Wancheng heaved a long sigh. "Brother, wait, no. Beautiful one, come here." "Who are you talking to?" Lin Jingyu asked coldly. Lu Wancheng smiled. "Is there anyone else here?" Lin Jingyu turned around, the flickering candlelight flushing his cheeks with a hint of crimson. The teardrop mole on the corner of his eyes looked even more charming in that light, as much so as a peony blossom. The man was beautiful, but seemed short-tempered. Lu Wancheng coughed a couple of times, then gestured for Lin Jingyu to sit. Lin Jingyu simply stood next to the bed, however, staying at arm's length from Lu Wancheng. "I was thinking through things," Lu Wancheng said. His tone was calm, a stark contrast from his flustered demeanor when he'd just woken up. "What you were thinking about has nothing to do with me," Lin Jingyu said neutrally. "It does a little, because I was thinking about you." After speaking only a couple of sentences, Lu Wancheng already looked exhausted and pale. "If I'd come to a few days earlier, I wouldn't have agreed to this marriage, to you becoming a widow after taking care of me." Lin Jingyu felt numb. What's the use of saying this now? "You're right. Now that we're married, and we've even prostrated ourselves to heaven and earth, the whole capital knows that we're husband and wife." Lin Jingyu sneered. "No." "Huh? We didn't prostrate ourselves to heaven and earth." Lin Jingyu taunted, "You were unconscious the whole time, so I knelt alongside a rooster." "They had you do that?" Lu Wancheng scoffed. "Forget it. Well, it's fine that I didn't kneel. You don't have to take this marriage seriously. I won't live more than half a year. So you'll just have to bear with me for a bit. After I'm dead, you can take your inheritance from me back to the Lin residence and be free. It's not too bad." Lin Jingyu was surprised. Suspicious, he asked, "You'll make such a generous deal." "Yes, but how much you bring home is up to you," Lu Wancheng said in a relaxed tone as he leaned against the soft pillow. "I'm not going to fight over your inheritance with this weak body of mine. The waters of the manor are too deep. I can't control the tide. I just want to muddle along and lie around like a salted fish." End of chapter 1. So, oftentimes I might do little intermissions, like I keep it under 5 minutes if I want to discuss a certain point or react to something, but considering that this is a reread, I'm going to refrain from that, and just maybe have little thoughts at the end. But since I basically read ahead, not much to say, but I do love it when they refer to, the title in the book, and I'm like, oh, so that's what it meant. Like, before picking this up, I was like, the second I heard fish, obviously another danmei came to mind, which is the disabled tyrant's beloved pet fish. And I was like, I don't know. I liked it, but I didn't love it. So I was like, if it's anything like that, but thankfully, it is nothing like that. But it's very interesting to have a transmigrator but not see their POV at all. And it remains that way. But it causes a lot of mystery and sometimes frustration, because I'm like, I want to know what Lu Wancheng is thinking too. Chapter 2. Lin Jingyu hadn't quite understood what Lu Wancheng said yet. He'd roughly grasped the meaning. Lu Wancheng had mentioned his impending death so casually. Was he really not afraid of dying? Lu Wancheng had already exhausted himself. In the end, he was still sick. He reclined on the bed, saying, "Beautiful, you... What are you calling me?" Lin Jingyu asked sternly. While attending school, Lin Jingyu had often been harassed by perverts. When somebody called him beautiful or darling on a whim, he'd wanted only to take out a self-made toxin that could shut people up and shove it down their throats. Still, though Lu Wancheng called him beautiful, he didn't leer like a fool, so he wasn't entirely incorrigible. "How fierce you are, not happy that I praised your beauty?" Lu Wancheng asked, his eyes closed. "Fine. I need to rest, so do as you please." After the day's events, it was already past midnight. There was nothing else to do but go to bed. Earlier, a maid helped Lu Wancheng take off his wedding robes and had wiped his hands and face. Lin Jingyu, however, still wore his robes, the headdress from the wedding ceremony, his huadian, and other makeup still on his face. A huadian is like, they usually paint on with makeup a little flower in the middle of your forehead. Yes, he'd put makeup on, though. After repeated protests, the matron of honor had only drawn in his eyebrows and added color to his lips. Lin Jingyu's face was naturally alluring, yet aloof. And after she'd finished, his lips were red as flames, and his eyebrows were pretty as could be. Others lavished him with praise, but the cosmetics frightened him. It seemed as if what had been set between his lips wasn't rouge paper, but instead a shackle that chained him down, a shackle placed by the Marquess's entire household. and the imperial family. Lin Jingyu would remember this. He would also remember the matron of honor who'd insisted that he use an ointment made for a certain part of the body. As for the husband, Lin Jingyu was leaving in the dark. If what Lu Wancheng said was true, that the next 6 months would pass uneventfully, and that they were husband and wife in name only, Lin Jingyu could almost put this grudge behind him. Lu Wancheng was merely a dying man. Why bother with him? There obviously weren't 2 beds in the bridal chamber, and Lu Wancheng occupied the only one available, so Lin Jingyu decided to spend the night on the soft divan. So it's basically like a small pull-out couch, kind of like a lounge chair, but softer. Yeah, there's no footnote, but just in case you want to, visualize it. But the Lantern Festival had just passed, and the weather wasn't yet warm. So he would no doubt catch a cold if he simply slept on the divan uncovered. He noticed an extra quilt on the wedding bed, most likely specifically prepared because the manor servants feared that their precious young Marquess wouldn't be used to sharing a bed. In light of that, Lin Jingyu wouldn't bother being polite. In his sleep, Lu Wancheng still couldn't escape the pain of his illness. His eyebrows were slightly furrowed, although Lin Jingyu took the quilt gently. Lu Wancheng still woke up. When he opened his eyes, Lin Jingyu was bent over him, his hair hanging in front of his chest and tickling Lu Wancheng's cheek a bit. Their eyes met before Lu Wancheng could say anything. Lin Jingyu told him, "I'm taking a quilt." Lu Wancheng smiled. "Go ahead." Lin Jingyu carried the quilt over to the divan and spread it out. Just when he was about to lie down, Lu Wancheng asked, "Don't you take your clothes off when you sleep?" Though a male wife's robes weren't as complicated or restrictive as a female's wife, they still consisted of several layers of loose garments and a belt, far more inconvenient and uncomfortable than normal clothing. Lu Wancheng felt tired just looking at his bride. "Of course I do," Lin Jingyu said steadily. He turned and lifted his hand to undo the outmost layer of the knot buttons, letting the outer robes fall to his ankles. A moment later, he wore only a single layer of night clothes, just like Lu Wancheng. After undressing, he turned back and looked at the wedding bed. Lu Wancheng was asleep again. Good. The next morning, Lu Wancheng's light cough woke Lin Jingyu up, since he was a light sleeper. Lu Wancheng lay on his side of the wedding bed, his long black hair mostly covering his face. His posture was casual and relaxed. Lin Jingyu had just gotten up from the soft divan when a knock came at the door. "Young master, young lord, it's time to get up. According to tradition, you need to serve tea to the Marquess and Marchioness later." Lu Wancheng showed no sign of awakening. Lin Jingyu opened the door and let the maids in. The one in front was Feng Qin, Lu Wancheng's personal servant. She carried in hot water. When she noticed the quilt on the divan, her face twitched. Half of the maids who'd entered to help Lin Jingyu wash and dress, while the other half roused Lu Wancheng. Lin Jingyu changed into a snow blue robe and put his hair into a simple updo with a jade ornament. These normal men robes still looked elegant on him, but they were less colorful and more dignified than his attire the night before. Feng Qin wanted to put makeup on him. "No need," he told her. "But I saw you wearing it yesterday, young lord." "As you said, yesterday." Lin Jingyu's gaze swept over the trousseau on the table. Take all these things away, he said, irritated. He'd finished dressing. Yet Lu Wancheng was still asleep. A couple of maids flanked his bed, calling out to him softly, "Young master, you and the young lord should serve tea to the young marquess and marchioness. Young master." Lu Wancheng didn't move, his expression peaceful. His hands remained clasped over his chest like those of a Buddha statue. "Did the young marquess pass out again?" Feng Chen asked anxiously. Lin Qingyu went up to Lu Wancheng and carefully examined him. "No, he's just sound asleep. You can simply force him awake." "What do you mean, force him awake?" Feng Chen asked. "Raise your voice, lift his quilt," he replied. "But don't forget that he's still ill. Don't disturb his rest unless you want to worsen his condition." Feng Chen looked chagrined. "But the young marquess and the marchioness," Lin Qingyu interrupted her. "You want him to serve tea despite being this sick? Is tradition more important than his life? In the Great Yu Empire, newlyweds served tea to their parents the day after the ceremony. So if Lu Wancheng didn't have to go, then Lin Qingyu probably wouldn't have to either." Before the empress set the wedding in motion, the Marchioness of Nan'an, Lady Liang, had sent someone over to propose a marriage between the Lin and Lu families. Lin Qingyu decisively refused. However, only then did Lady Liang ask the empress for help, thus placing the Lin family in a position where they could only marry Lin Qingyu off or die. Lin Qingyu didn't want to pay the marquess and marchioness any attention at all, let alone treat them as his in-laws. Feng Chen didn't dare to make the decision on her own, so she sent a maid to report the situation to Lady Liang. Shortly after, the auntie who served Lady Liang came to say, "The marchioness says the young master rarely sleeps well, so just let him sleep. Drinking the young lord's tea will be sufficient for her and the marquess." Lin Qingyu sneered. "As I thought, the lady loves her son as much as her own life." He had to follow orders in the marquess's manner. However unwilling he felt, he could only put on his winter cloak and follow the auntie to the front hall. On the way there, the auntie rambled, listing the rules of the manor's inner chambers. Lin Qingyu didn't bother listening, zoning out. Yesterday, he had worn a bridal veil and could only see a few steps in front of his feet. Today, he finally saw the marquess's manor, what it looked like. Though Lin Qingyu had never entered the palace, he'd once visited the prince's manor with his father for consultations. The opulence of the marquess's manor was comparable. It had exquisitely dignified carved beams and painted rafters. The marquess's status at court was clearly extraordinary. In the front hall, the Marquess of Nan'an and Lady Liang sat in the seats of honor. The Marquess was nearly 40 and looked rather taciturn, with a resolute face. Lady Liang had a feminine charm, with kind eyes and gentle features. She looked like a noble woman who would be easy to get along with. Taking the tea the auntie handed him, Lin Qingyu imagined poisoning it. What kind of toxins would force the marquess and marchioness to taste the loss of freedom? They drank his tea. Smiling, Lady Liang asked, "Did you sleep well last night, Qingyu?" Lin Qingyu came back to his senses. "Well enough," he said. "From now on, the manor is like your home. If something is unfamiliar, you can tell mother." "Thank you, lady." The auntie seemed annoyed. "Why are you still calling her lady? You need to call her mother, just like the young marquess does." This auntie is quite persistent about demanding I change the way I address others. Why don't I just call her Auntie Nitpicky? If she's so anxious that the lady be called mother, why doesn't she do it herself? He thought. Lin Jingyu looked down. It's difficult to change a habit. Please forgive me, Marquess and Marchioness. The Marquess of Nan'an looked displeased. It's all right, there's plenty of time. Lady Liang replied kindly. For the first few months after I married into the Marquess's family, I forgot to change the way I address others as well. But you should get used to it quickly and don't make fools of us all, the Marquess added. Thinking of his own parents, Lin Jingyu said stoically, Yes, Marquess. Lady Liang took another sip of tea. Your Bazi is a perfect match for Wancheng. That's why the Marquess and I asked the Empress to allow this marriage in the future, Qingyu. You should put your husband first. Serve Wancheng on his sickbed and share some of your good luck with him. Lin Jingyu nodded woodenly. Speaking of which, you're the son of the head imperial physician in the Department of Imperial Physicians, and the student of a famed master, the Marquess said. You should be quite skilled medically. Lin Jingyu's chest tightened. Yes, he was skilled medically. He should have been curing the sick and healing the wounded, but now he'd been trapped in the back of the manor as a law-abiding male wife. And the man responsible for trapping him here was continuing to speak. Physician Zhang is taking care of Wancheng's health, but you can also look after him as well. Don't waste your medical skills. The Marquess of Nan'an also served the Minister of Revenue, so he had much to attend to. After a few more words, he left. Lady Liang gave Lin Jingyu a jade bracelet. This was a part of the dowry I brought from my home. I wanted to give it to Wancheng's son in the future, but now... She paused and smiled. Forget it. You can keep it. Lin Jingyu understood exactly what she meant. She had exerted an enormous amount of effort to give Lu Wancheng a male wife, yet she still remembered to resent his inability to bear her son's children. As Lin Jingyu had expected, each member of the Marquess of Nan'an's family was more vexing than the other. Only Lu Wancheng was somewhat bearable. Running to Lanfeng Pavilion, where Lu Wancheng lived, Lin Jingyu casually tossed the brocade box containing the jade bracelets to Feng Qin. Young lord, the young Marquess still hasn't woken up, she told him. Is he really all right, sleeping for so long? Lin Jingyu paused on the way to the study. I'll take a look. Rather than wanting to check on Lu Wancheng himself, Lin Jingyu wished to feel the sick man's pulse, which supposedly was seldom discernible. Lin Jingyu knew a few things about Physician Zhang, who had taken Lu Wancheng's pulse the previous night. He was indeed a famed doctor, with a true talent and knowledge. It was a pity if Lin Jingyu didn't get a chance to feel the newly powerful pulse that even Physician Zhang had marveled over. Lin Jingyu entered the inner room, where Lu Wancheng still slept in the same position as earlier. He stood next to the bed and looked down on him. In truth, Lu Wancheng didn't look much like his parents. His features were more delicate than the Marquess and the Marchioness. Lin Jingyu rolled up his sleeves, extending his index and middle fingers. Before he could feel Lu Wancheng's pulse, though, someone grabbed his hands. What are you doing so sneakily, Lin Jingyu? Asked a casual tone. Lin Jingyu's hand froze. Let go. He was afraid that if he used even a small amount of force to break free, Lu Wancheng, whose body was in such fragile condition, would faint. Lu Wancheng let go. His eyes were still closed, but the corners of his mouth lifted upwards. Don't be so nervous. I don't like men, so you needn't be so on guard. Lin Jingyu's eyes widened. You don't like men? No. I know homosexuality is popular in Great Yu Empire, but not everyone is a cut slave. Lu Wancheng opened his eyes. What about you? Do you like men? Lin Jingyu's words got stuck in his throat. It had been a month since he was ordered into the marriage, yet nobody had ever asked him that question. He would be forced to marry this man regardless, so what did sexuality matter? I don't, of course. Lu Wancheng covered his mouth and coughed a couple of times. Then you must feel incredibly wronged, entering into a warding-off marriage, he said sympathetically. Lin Jingyu's expression turned dark. Of course. Wouldn't you feel wrong too, if you were me? That's why. I said I would compensate you. Easier said than done. What will you compensate me with? My inheritance. Lin Jingyu snorted. Yet I have to fight for that. What other compensation do you want then? Asked Lu Wancheng. As long as it's not too troublesome, I'll give it to you. Lin Jingyu wanted to take the exam for the Imperial Academy of Medicine. He wanted to leave the Marquess of Nan'an's residence. He wanted to do as he pleased. However, he knew those things were almost impossible. The emperor had allowed for the marriage, so even if Lu Wancheng agreed to a divorce, the emperor would also have to approve. Lin Jingyu went quiet for a second, then said, Give me your hand. Lu Wancheng covered his wrist with his other hand. What are you gonna do? Feel your pulse. Lin Jingyu replied impatiently. You should have just said that. Lu Wancheng lifted his hands, partly revealing his wrist. Go ahead, Physician Lin. A basin of charcoal was burning in the room, and Lu Wancheng was wrapped in a quilt. Still, his wrist felt cold. Lin Jingyu frowned as he took his pulse. Lu Wancheng's general health had improved, but the roots of his illness hadn't been cured. Lin Jingyu did feel the sudden breath of the life that Physician Zhang had mentioned, but Lu Wancheng's body was like a bottomless pit, slowly engulfing that breath, unless the root cause of the disease was eradicated. Lu Wancheng still wouldn't live more than half a year, and the root cause was incurable. Is there hope for me? Lu Wancheng inquired, noticing Lin Jingyu's dark expression. Why would you think that? Asked Lin Jingyu. Because you look unhappy. Lu Wancheng said, appearing unconcerned. If I were you, I'd hope for my husband's death to come faster. Lin Jingyu couldn't help asking, Do you not care for life and death at all? There's nothing to care about. Lu Wancheng replied, smiling. The heavens determine my fate, not me. Don't worry, my widow, it will happen soon. Lin Jingyu couldn't find the words to respond. End of chapter 2. I love the sassiness that we get from Lin Jingyu's perspective. Of course, at times I'm like still want the full POV with Lu Wancheng's input too, but very happy with these funny thoughts where he's like very sassy to the aunt, and then he's also observing things like interesting. Like, she told me to marry him and yet she resents me. Like, she acts all nice, but there's some words, couple sentences here and there that's a little bit passive aggressive. Chapter 3. Lin Jingyu stood up and left. What did he have to worry about, since the patient had already lost the will to live? The earlier Lu Wancheng died, the faster Lin Jingyu could return to the Lin residence. He entered the study. When he first arrived at the Marquess of Nan'an's residence, he'd brought only 2 chests with him. One contained clothes, and the others held medical books. The rules of the residence had stated that Lin Jingyu could bring 2 maids with him, but he wasn't used to having female personal servants. In the Lin residence, his servant was a boy, with whom he had grown up with and studied. It was not a glorious fate to marry a man and become a male wife. He didn't want his personal servant to enter the Marquess's residence as a part of the dowry, so Lin Jingyu had come alone. Those medical books were the only things that accompanied him. Among them were many ancient books he hadn't read yet. He wondered whether they contained any case similar to Lu Wancheng's. As he buried his head in those books, he finally calmed a little. In school, Lin Jingyu's classmates had found medical books boring and complicated. They'd gotten sleepy after reading just a few pages. But to Lin Jingyu, the fictional books his classmates obsessed over were far less interesting than medical books. Like his father, he had an eidetic memory, so he could recite anything by heart after reading it just once, unlike his classmates who would need an entire day to memorize the same text. Lin Jingyu had thought about having him take the imperial civil examinations, but Lin Jingyu just wanted to become a medical official. He loved to see patients gradually improved under his care, where famed doctors from all over the empire gathered. He wanted to study medicine alongside them, find treatments for complicated diseases, and help people of the Great Yu Empire. He could have done it. He'd been so close. Young lord. The voice didn't sound like a maid's. Lin Jingyu looked up. It was Auntie Nitpicky, whose surname was apparently Liu. What? Lin Jingyu coldly replied. Auntie Liu smiled. Young lord, it's time to eat. Lin Jingyu didn't have the appetite at all. But it wasn't worth harming his body to spite the bastards in the Marquess's household. Bring the food here. I'll eat in my study. Auntie Liu waved her hands, objecting. That won't do, young lord. Why not? Lin Jingyu frowned. Does this residence have a rule against eating in the study? No. But since the marriage saved young master, you're his lucky charm. The lady ordered that you 2 stay together as much as possible, so the young master can heal faster. Refuting such superstition would only make him look stupid. But if warding off marriage really cured diseases, then why did the Great Yu Empire even need physicians? Why did the court spend so much money on medical officials? If you're sick, just get married and everything will be fine. Lin Jingyu examined Auntie Liu. How old are you? Auntie Liu didn't know why he was asking, but she smiled and replied, I'm 52 this year. Yet you only look about 42. On the other hand, I may not even live to see 52. I imagine that if you take care of the young master, Auntie, he'll get better even faster. How fortunate. Auntie Liu's smile froze. You must be joking, my lord. Lin Jingyu's expression turned cold. Do I look like I'm joking? Leave. Auntie Liu looked extremely unhappy. She was Lady Liang's confidant, and everyone in the manor treated her with the utmost respects, other than the masters. In truth, even they paid homage to her. Who was this Lin Jingyu? To put it nicely, he was the young lord of the residence. To put it bluntly, however, he was simply a male wife whom the Marquess's household had bought to prolong the young master's life. He'd only been here for a single day, yet he had the gall to disrespect her. When he noticed she wasn't leaving, Lin Jingyu scoffed. Is there no distinction between ranks in this residence? A mere servant daring to ignore the young lord's order. Is that the household custom? Auntie Liu lowered her gaze. This servant dares not to do so, but the lady personally ordered that ginseng chicken soup to be made, and that I serve it. If the young lord didn't sample it with the young master, that would betray the lady's kindness. Ginseng chicken soup. Morons. Didn't she know that the weak shouldn't be nourished with such dishes? Does Lady Liang think that her son's illness isn't severe enough? So, the footnote says that in Chinese traditional medicine, the efforts of nourishing ingredients means it's stimulating qi, which isn't appropriate for the patient. So it depends on the patient. But sometimes, like, they're sick and it makes it worse. So that's what's happening here. And he's like suspicious. She ordered it made. It's not like she made it herself. Lin Qingyu looked away from Auntie Liu and flipped a page in his book. Just take it to the young master. Auntie Liu gritted her teeth, glanced ominously at Lin Qingyu, and left with the chicken soup. Peace returned to the study, but Lin Qingyu was a bit distracted now. Lu Wancheng's stomach and intestines were already damaged. Ingesting a nourishing medicinal ingredient like ginseng would only worsen his already weak state. Lu Wancheng had been ill since he was a child. Such chronic illness would turn even a patient into a physician of sorts. Did Lady Liang not even know that as his mother? Once or twice was fine, but if Lu Wancheng continuously ingested such nourishing treatments, his body would become weaker and weaker. Forget it. Lin Qingyu would just consider this a good deed done, to accumulate positive karma. Lu Wancheng's situation was rare, and Lin Qingyu wanted to observe it for a while longer. Lin Qingyu left the study and went to the dining hall, but he didn't see Lu Wancheng. Where's the young master? He asked the passing maid. The young master said he didn't want to get up. He wanted to eat in bed. She replied, Bedridden patients should indeed lie down when possible, Lin Qingyu thought as he headed to the bedroom. Even before he entered, he began telling Lu Wancheng that ginseng chicken soup your mother made, don't... Lu Wancheng was sitting on a bed, eating porridge and some side dishes. A square table stood in front of Lu Wancheng's bed. Most of the dishes on the table had mild flavors, save for the large pot of chicken soup with ginseng slices floating in it. The clean ladle beside the pot made it clear that Lu Wancheng hadn't eaten a single spoonful of the soup. Lu Wancheng slowly finished chewing and swallowed, then said, Physician Lin, what a rare guest. Have you eaten? Your mother ordered the kitchen to make that ginseng chicken soup. Why haven't you had any? Lin Qingyu asked. Lu Wancheng wiped his mouth with a handkerchief and casually replied, I won't eat anything she sends over. The statement piqued Lin Qingyu's curiosity. Why not? They said that I have half a year left, not a single hour or a minute less. If they want to get rid of me earlier, I'll be sure to give them grief. Lin Qingyu found this strange. Why would they want to get rid of you earlier? Lu Wancheng blinked at him. Take a guess. Lin Qingyu didn't indulge him. Was that an attempt to be witty? Lu Wancheng suddenly laughed out loud, but he chuckled too hard and choked, coughing until his handsome face reddened slightly. Lin Qingyu didn't know why Lu Wancheng was laughing, but he could tell that the relationship between the Marchioness and her son wasn't as loving as it seemed. Watching a maid pat Lu Wancheng's back to help him with the coughing, Lin Qingyu retracted his hand that he'd extended. What is there to laugh at? Lu Wancheng stopped coughing, mirth in his breath. I'm only a tiny bit witty, but I'm very lively. That body of yours can't express any degree of liveliness, even if I want to. Lin Qingyu scoffed. You're right, the body makes me want to puke. If it were my own, Lu Wancheng sighed. What do you mean? Lu Wancheng smiled and avoided the question. Since you're here, will you sit down and eat, Physician Lin? I can't partake in this chicken soup, but you can. Where am I supposed to eat? Lu Wancheng looked around. Why don't you just sit on the bed with me? Forget it, Lin Qingyu said ungratefully. You can eat on your own. Goodbye. Lu Wancheng stopped him. Wait, I have something to give you. I just looked at the list of wedding gifts and I noticed one that would suit you quite well. Not even having looked at the item, Lin Qingyu replied, I don't want it. Lu Wancheng clicked his tongue. At least take a peek and see whether you want it. Hualu. Hualu was the other maid who served Lu Wancheng, along with Feng Qin, and she was cute and energetic. She bought something over and smiled, saying, If the young master hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known what this was. Lin Qingyu granted it a glance and was stunned what he saw. The item Hualu handed him resembled a cloth bag, but it was made of leather. It could be rolled up easily, spread flat. It was narrow and clearly couldn't hold much. A layperson wouldn't have been able to tell, but any practitioner of medicine would know instantly that it was an acupuncture bag. The inner layer was meant to hold needles. Before he knew it, Lin Qingyu had already reached his hand out and stroked the soft leather. His long eyelashes trembled and his gaze turned dark. Lu Wancheng smiled. Do you like it? Most of the gifts sent to the wedding at the Marquess of Nan'an's residence would be from high-ranking officials in the capital. Lin Qingyu picked up the list on the table and glanced it over. The majority of presents were gold, silver, jade, antique calligraphy, or paintings. A small acupuncture bag didn't stand out much among those. Still, of all the gifts, Lu Wancheng had wanted to give him this. Lin Qingyu looked at the embroidery on the outside. It read, Union of Lu and Lin, always of one heart in gold thread. He smiled self-deprecatingly. Thank you for your good intentions, young Marquess, but what is the meaning of giving me this? Lu Wancheng put his fist to his lips and coughed. You can use it in the future. Oh, on you. Lu Wancheng's smile faded. He was silent for a moment, then said, I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. I mean, his tone turned lighthearted. If you don't want it, that's fine, but don't get upset. You're very pleasing to the eyes, even when you're upset. Physician Lin, it's not good for your health. As the saying goes, why make a fuss when it's a waste of your breath? You can fuss till you die, but no one will praise your death. I'm not upset, Lin Qingyu said calmly. Lu Wancheng waved Hualu over to them. What is it, young master? She asked, bending towards him. Someone's upset, he replied, but I'm not telling you who. Lin Qingyu was speechless. Lu Wancheng put his fingers to his lips and looked out the window. Shh, the mother of mine is here. Why shush me? You're the one who talks the most, Lin Qingyu smiled coldly. Your mother is probably here to confront me. Lu Wancheng stroked his chin. Let me guess, she wanted you to stay with me as much as possible, but you ignored her. In his surprise, Lin Qingyu forgot to be angry. How did you know? Lu Wancheng smiled meaningfully. I know a lot of things. Lin Qingyu mulled that over and smiled abruptly. He rolled up his sleeves and picked up Lu Wancheng's bowl of half-finished porridge. I'll feed you this, young Marquess. Oh. Outside, Auntie Liu helped Lady Liang into the courtyard. Feng Qin approached her saying, "Greetings, lady." "Where's the young master?" "Eating in the bedroom, lady." "Is the young lord with him?" Feng Qin shook her head. "The young lord is alone in the study." "Now you've been told that too, lady," Auntie Liu whispered. "The young lord himself said everything I told you." Lady Liang held her hand to the hairpin near her temple. "I trust you, of course. Let's take a look inside." Auntie Liu walked quickly, clearing the way for Lady Liang. "The young master only just woke up last night. He's in need of someone to serve him. These are maids in his rooms, but young lord is his wife. If his husband is sick in bed now, how could a wife not tend to him? It's only the first day of the marriage, but the young lord's behavior is so insulting already. How could he betray the solemn duty of marriage?" The Marchioness of Nan'an was known for her gentle temper, but now she frowned and quickened her steps. They rushed into the room as if the fire was burning behind them. The wedding decorations hadn't yet been removed, and Lu Wancheng was sitting half lying on the wedding bed. Lin Jingyu sat beside him, holding the porridge bowl in one hand and feeding Lu Wancheng with the other. "Here, young Marquess," he said. "It's a bit hot. Blow on it." Lu Wancheng teased. Lin Jingyu narrowed his eyes, as if wanting his gaze to poke a hole in Lu Wancheng's smiling face. But the couple, one of them handsome and sumptuously dressed, the other beautiful and dignified, looked happy and peaceful. Lady Liang and Auntie Liu were frozen until Lu Wancheng looked over. "Mother, why are you here?" he asked. Lady Liang furrowed her brows, then relaxed it. "To see how your appetite is," she said, gently glancing at Auntie Liu. Furious, Auntie Liu whispered, "Didn't you say the young lord was in the study?" Just now he was," replied Feng Qin, confused. Lin Jingyu set down the porridge and stood. "But lady, you already asked Auntie Liu to come here, so why are you here now, in person?" "Simply to confirm that the young Marquess is eating well." Lu Wancheng smiled. "He came to watch me eat, despite the chill outside." "I'm moved, mother." Lady Liang forced a smile. "What mother wouldn't want to spoil her child? Did you eat the chicken soup I sent, Wancheng?" Lu Wancheng looked at Lin Jingyu. "I wanted to, but he wouldn't let me." "The books say that one must cleanse the patient's body of toxins before nourishment," Lin Jingyu explained calmly. "The young Marquess is weak right now, and strong nourishment would only burden his body further. That's common knowledge." "Lady, you knew that, didn't you?" Lady Liang's face darkened. She opened her mouth, stammering, I... Of course, mother knows, but the servants must have forgotten to remind her. Lu Wancheng said, smiling, "Isn't that right, Auntie Liu?" Auntie Liu glanced sidelong at Lady Liang. When the lady didn't return her gaze, Auntie Liu tactically understood something and grudgingly kneeled. Yes, it was all my fault. I should be punished." Before Lady Liang could respond, Lu Wancheng asked, "Qingyu, how do you want to punish her?" "This concerns the young Marquess's body, so to prevent further accidents, we've got to give her a slap on the wrist as an example to the others." Lin Jingyu mused, then told Auntie Liu, "According to the manor's rules, you should be fined 3 months' salary and sentenced to a month of hard labor." "I think that's fair," Lu Wancheng nodded. "However, it's not my decision, it's mother's." Lady Liang forced a smile. "Do as Qingyu said." After that, she clearly became distracted. She sat around for a bit, then left with Auntie Liu. Once they were the only 2 people left in the room, Lu Wancheng asked Lin Jingyu, How did Auntie Liu offend you? She forced me to change the way I address someone. Twice. How so? Did she make you call me husband? Lin Jingyu's expression was cold as jade. Yes. You certainly know how to hold a grudge, Physician Lin. Lu Wancheng smiled. Lin Jingyu glared at him, his look sharp as a knife. Is that funny? Lu Wancheng held back a chuckle. I won't laugh, but how did you know the manor's rules? Auntie Liu insisted on telling me. Lin Jingyu said simply, I try to ignore her, but my memory is impeccable, so I had no choice but to learn them. Lu Wancheng smiled and said to himself, Damn, what a flex. Lin Jingyu didn't understand. Flex? What do you mean by that? I mean that you're quite good. End of chapter 3. Chapter 4. Too many things had happened that day, and Lin Jingyu realized right before he went to bed that he'd forgotten something, to ask someone to put a bed for him in the study. He thought about sleeping at the desk in the study that night, but unexpectedly Lu Wancheng sent Hualu to ask that he come back and sleep in their room. Lin Jingyu entered the bedroom with an unhappy expression. Lu Wancheng had taken his medicine and was about to go to bed. When he saw Lin Jingyu, he smiled. You're here. Lin Jingyu cut to the chase. What's the meaning of this? Lu Wancheng didn't understand. The meaning of what? Didn't you say that we needn't take this marriage seriously? I did. Then why make me come back to sleep here? Lu Wancheng smiled, saying, You've misunderstood. I didn't ask you to come back to sleep with you. His direct wording made Lin Jingyu pause. You're the young master of a noble household, he told Lu Wancheng, tone stiff. Could you speak more decorously? In a decorous tone, Lu Wancheng responded, I didn't ask you to come back to sleep with you. After all, no matter how beautiful you are, I am no cut slave. Lin Jingyu took a deep breath, deciding not to drag the topic out any further. Get to the point. I want your good fortune to rub off on me, Lu Wancheng said contemplatively. When you're here, my body feels less strained. Lin Jingyu paused. Are you serious? Lu Wancheng nodded, entirely serious. The corner of Lin Jingyu's mouth twitched. Fool, he said mockingly. I didn't think you'd believe in such things as well. He thought that Lu Wancheng was different from the others in the Marquess of Nan'an's manor, but he was wrong. In the past, I was even more skeptical than you, but I do believe it a little now. Lu Wancheng said slowly. Physician Lin, do you believe in 3 souls and 7 spirits and reincarnation? No. Lin Jingyu bluntly said, Why not? Because I've never witnessed those, but I have. You must have been mistaken. Ah, Lu Wancheng murmured. I knew nobody would believe me. Lin Jingyu frowned. So, you accept the Imperial Preceptor's nonsense. If not for the Bazi the Imperial Preceptor had sent, there wouldn't have been a warding off marriage. Obviously, the man was listed among those he held grudges against. The Imperial Preceptor, Lu Wancheng repeated, deep in thought. That reminds me, I need to visit the Great Yu's Empire's Imperial Preceptor, who knows everything about heaven, earth, and the gods. First, you'll need to learn how to get out of bed, Lin Jingyu said brusquely. The Imperial Preceptor never took part in politics, but he was respected. He was akin to a relative of the imperial family. The emperor often summoned the Imperial Preceptor to join him in the palace. If Lu Wancheng wanted to see the Imperial Preceptor, he would have to ask for an audience. Lu Wancheng snapped back to his senses. "Let's not talk about this now," he said. "Physician Lin, please take a look at the soft divan Hualu prepared for you." "What divan?" Only then did Lin Jingyu notice that the divan he slept on the previous night was now covered with thick bedding and quilts, even a soft pillow, making it look like a small bed. The expression left Lin Jingyu's face. He didn't know whether he should praise Lu Wancheng or scold him. Lu Wancheng told him graciously, "I don't mind sleeping in the same bed as a man, but I was afraid you would. We can take turns using the divan." When Lin Jingyu left home for school, he had traveled far and wide with his teacher and occasionally slept in the same bed as fellow students. It was nothing for two heterosexual men to sleep in the same bed, but Lu Wancheng, well, he was Lin Jingyu's husband, so Lin Jingyu couldn't treat him like a normal man. A divan was at least more comfortable to sleep on than a desk, and this way, Lin Jingyu could avoid Lady Liang's fuss if she found out that he and Lu Wancheng slept in separate rooms. Lin Jingyu made up his mind. "We don't need to take turns. I can use it." As the night went on, the lights in the manor slowly went out. The newlyweds, one on the bed and the other on the divan, were separated by a screen embroidered by mandarin ducks playing in water. Lu Wancheng had slept too much during the day, so he wasn't quite sleepy yet. Putting his hands behind his head, he began chatting with Lin Jingyu. "Physician Lin, how old are you?" 18. Lin Jingyu said listlessly, his eyes closed. "So, by normal standards, you're probably a couple of months older than me. Why don't I call you Yuge going forward?" "Do you have a headache?" Lu Wancheng paused. "No. I assume you felt so ill that you forgot your own age." "Oh, how old am I?" Is he actually stupid or merely pretending to be? Agitation before bed wasn't good for you, so Lin Jingyu tried to remain calm as he said, 19. "Really? What great news." Lu Wancheng laughed. "You should call me Wancheng Gege then." Lin Jingyu turned over, showing Lu Wancheng only the back of his head. "Go to sleep, young Marquess. Anything can happen in your dreams." Lu Wancheng chuckled, saying to himself, "A beauty with terrible temper, but somehow, such an interesting character isn't the protagonist." The night got later. Physically and mentally exhausted, Lin Jingyu let himself sink into his own dreams. The Great Yu Empire placed great weight on medical expertise. Beyond the Department of Imperial Physicians and the Imperial Pharmacy, an Imperial Academy of Medicine had also established outside the palace to select the trained, talented medical students. The Imperial Academy of Medicine conducted an entrance examination every 3 years, a schedule similar to those of an imperial civil exam. As long as the potential students could pass the entrance exam, he could enter the Imperial Academy of Medicine, regardless of his teacher's or family background. After that, one could read all the rare and valuable books in the world, appreciate the finest materials and ingredients, and work with famed physicians inside and outside the court. Even be appointed a palace official, author books, or travel to other nations to study. The Imperial Academy of Medicine was a sanctuary for physicians, and many squeezed every last bit of knowledge from their brains to get in. However, the selection process and the exams were extremely demanding. It was no exaggeration to say that only 1 in 10,000 applicants was accepted. Lin Jingyu, talented and skilled, had been told by his mentor that he would pass the exam. Still, He didn't dare slack off. He'd studied painstakingly for 3 years. When the exam day finally arrived, he and several classmates were waiting outside the exam room. As they chatted, he brimmed with vitality and confidence. In him, there was no trace the other students' nervousness and anxiety. As the exam room's vermilion doors slowly opened, Lin Qingyu's eyes sparkled. He went slowly up the steps towards his sanctuary. Just when he was about to touch the ray of light coming from the door, an unfamiliar voice stopped him. The speaker was a man wearing eunuch's clothing. Lin Qingyu couldn't see his face, but he was in yellow imperial edict in the man's hand. An imperial edict had arrived, addressed to Lin Qingyu. Lin Qingyu knelt to hear the edict. The other students seemed not to notice the sudden development. One by one, they filed into the exam room, disappearing past him. In compliance with the will of the universe, the emperor proclaims that Lu Wancheng, son of the Marquess of Nan'an and a man of noble character and extraordinary appearance, will soon turn 20. I now address the son of Lin Rushan, the head imperial physician in the Department of Imperial Physicians, a filial man with a dignified appearance. The emperor had granted the two young men a marriage, and an auspicious day must be chosen for the wedding. Lin Qingyu looked up in shock, and the bright yellow lights nearly blinded him. Then the door of the Imperial Academy of Medicine slammed shut. Lin Qingyu jolted awake from his dream. Only his panting could be heard in the silence. His heart gradually slowed, but his depression and reluctance were as thick as ink, ineradicable. His dreams had been different from reality. In actuality, the eunuch who delivered the imperial edict had gone directly to the Lin residence, after which Lin Qingyu was disqualified from the exams. He became the male wife of the Marquess of Nan'an's son before the exams even took place. It was 2 hours before dawn, but Lin Qingyu no longer felt sleepy. As he rose from the divan, intending to pour himself a cup of tea, he heard a stifled moan. It was Lu Wancheng. Lin Qingyu lit a lamp and walked briskly to the bed. "Young Marquess." Lu Wancheng laid curled up on the bed, his eyes closed. His expression was slightly distorted, and his long hair sticking to his sweaty face. Lu Wancheng opened his eyes, vision blearly. "Physician Lin?" "Yes." "Physician Lin, I don't feel well." Lin Qingyu felt Lu Wancheng's pulse, confirming that he had palpitations. When Lin Qingyu tended to a patient, his tone warmed up a bit. "I know. Your chest feels uncomfortable, right?" Lu Wancheng nodded. "Bear with it for a moment. I'll be back soon." "Are you going to get a knife?" Lu Wancheng asked weakly. Lin Qingyu was confused. "Why would I get a knife? To finish me off?" "Right now, I have no interest in killing you." He had, however, entertained the thoughts of poisoning Lu Wancheng before the wedding, so that he wouldn't have to engage in intercourse. If Lu Wancheng hadn't behaved so well on the wedding night, and preemptively suggested that they take in the marriage lightly, he might have been half a eunuch by now. Lin Qingyu took a wooden medicine chest from the chest that held his clothes. The box contained many of his masterpieces. Most were poisons, but of course, there were also medicines that could cure diseases and save lives. Lin Qingyu returned to the bedside with a porcelain bottle of pills and an acupuncture bag. "This is a calming pill that can relieve your palpitations. Want it?" Lu Wancheng said, "I'll give it a try." Lin Qingyu helped Lu Wancheng sit up, then fed him the pill. "I'll use the needles on you too, just to be safe." Seemingly recalling some trauma from his youth, Lu Wancheng tried to get up on his arms. Needles. Acupuncture. Oh, Lu Wancheng said, lying back down. Be gentle then. No, I'm not going to. I'm going to use a lot of force. Lin Qingyu retorted impatiently. Lu Wancheng had nothing to say to that. Lin Qingyu took a deep breath. Acupuncture was delicate, and he needed to concentrate. Am I going to die again, Physician Lin? If you can save me, then save me. But if you can't, don't force yourself. Lu Wancheng sighed. I only had a few days of sleeping in. Shut up. A thin sheen of sweat covered Lin Qingyu's forehead. His eyes shone as he focused on inserting the first needle. I won't let you die. Not tonight. The medicine and the acupuncture alleviated Lu Wancheng's symptoms, and he quickly fell asleep. Lin Qingyu sighed in relief and looked out the window. The sky was lightening. Well into the next day, Lu Wancheng still hadn't woken. Hualu was so worried that she kept checking his breath. If you have nothing to do, go, sweep the yard, Lin Qingyu told her. Young lord, the young master had been asleep for 12 hours, Hualu responded. Is that normal? Relaxed, Lin Qingyu said, patients indeed sleep more. But before Hualu could heave a sigh of relief, he continued. He really has been sleeping too much though. Did he get too little sleep in the past? Hualu shook her head. The young master's weak body has kept him bedridden for years. He sleeps whenever he's tired. Lin Qingyu sank into thought. Lu Wancheng didn't wake up until afternoon. Then he called Lin Qingyu over to thank him. Thank heavens you were there last night, Physician Lin. Otherwise, I wouldn't even know how I died. Seeing Lu Wancheng's apparently healthy complexion, Lin Qingyu couldn't be bothered with bedside manner. It would have been from illness, of course. I have no way to repay your great kindness, but I've decided to do something troublesome for you. Just stop talking before bed and give me some peace, Lin Qingyu said indifferently. Ah, sighing Lu Wancheng smiled. You're scolding me for being chatty. During this exchange, Feng Chen entered to report, Young master, young lord, the second young lady is here. The second young lady was Lu Wancheng's sister. Lin Qingyu hadn't met her yet. Lu Wancheng mulled this over. The second young lady, why is she here? He asked slowly. To visit her sick brother, of course, Lin Qingyu interjected. I won't interrupt you two. Lu Wancheng grabbed his sleeves. Look at the rush you're in. I didn't say I'd meet with her. You aren't going to meet with her? Feng Chen asked, surprised. But you two have always had the closest of relationships. I noticed that she brought knee pads for you. She definitely made them herself. She visited yesterday, but she left when she found out that you were asleep. Lin Qingyu disliked the residents of Marquess of Nan'an's residence, but Lu Wancheng wasn't in his shoes. How could a brother ignore the younger sister who'd come to visit repeatedly? If you don't meet her now, she'll come again, Lin Qingyu pointed out. Why are you hiding from your own sister? I'm not hiding, but I'd rather not have to put on an act, Lu Wancheng replied, deep in thought. How about this? Feng Chen, tell her to treat me as if I were dead. He turned away, showing them his lonely, stubborn back. End of Chapter 4. Chapter 5. After a few days of care, Lu Wancheng seemed to improve, despite whatever was going on inside him. Lin Qingyu suggested he get out of bed and try walking a bit. Lu Wancheng listened to his advice and got up, taking 2 painstaking steps before his limbs felt weak. He lay back down and said shamelessly, Nothing in this world is difficult as long as you're willing to give up. I choose to give up. Do you want to lie in bed for the rest of your life? Lin Qingyu demanded. Is there something wrong with that? Lu Wancheng retorted. No. Lie there then. Lynching Yu, who believed in hard work and persistence, couldn't stand Lu Wancheng's defeated attitude. He didn't step up into the room again for an entire day, out of sight, out of mind. Today was the day the bride would return home. Lynching Yu was loath to view himself as a newlywed bride, but he did miss his family. He'd only been away for a couple of days, but it felt like years. Early that morning, Lady Lang had sent a steward to Lanfeng Pavilion. The steward had ordered the servants to bring 2 chests of gifts from the Marchioness for Lynching Yu to take home. Hualu was young and said bluntly, "What about 2 chests? The lady would usually send more than this, even if it were a servant girl who'd gotten married." The steward smiled. "Miss Hualu, you don't understand. The number of gifts a new bride takes home depends on the dowry she brought over. Since the young lord didn't bring much of a dowry with him, few gifts are being given in return naturally." This much was true. When Lynching Yu's parents had prepared his dowry, he'd pleaded that it be as paltry as possible. Preferably, they had given nothing at all. He didn't want to take any of the antiques or porcelain valuables his father had prepared, nor the gold or the silver jewelry or farmland deeds his mother readied. Taking the Lin family's belongings into the Marquess of Nan'an's residence would have only sullied them. Lynching Yu knew his parents weren't materialistic. Their only wishes were for his safety. "I don't need to bring these 2 chests," he said. The steward was stunned, thinking he'd misheard. "Young lord, you mean leave them for the Marquess and Marchioness?" Though Hualu was unmarried, she knew returning home with gifts was a matter of respect. She tried to persuade him. "You should take some, young lord." A newlywed bride who returned to his parents' home with nothing in hand would definitely be pointed and gossiped about. The Lin family had been gossiped about already. Lynching Yu said coolly, "Let them continue." Homosexuality was popular in the Great Yu Empire. The families of high-ranking officials and dignitaries all included a couple of male concubines, and even the emperor had 1 or 2. But a man could not bear children, and thus couldn't be someone's male wife. According to the law in Great Yu, marriage was between 1 man and 1 woman, or 1 man and 1 woman, and several concubines. If not to follow the imperial preceptor's instructions and save Lu Wancheng's life, the emperor wouldn't have violated ancient law and granted a marriage to 2 men alone. Lynching Yu was the first man to become a male wife through imperial permission, which was enough to make the Lin family infamous in the capital. They were the hot topic among the city's dignitaries. As the steward grumbled to himself, Lynching Yu asked, "Is the carriage ready?" The steward cleared his throat. "Yes, sir. There's just one more thing. The lady asked me to tell you that the eldest young master hasn't fully recovered yet, so he won't be accompanying you. His body might not be able to bear the cold outside." "Don't worry," Lynching Yu said calmly. "I didn't plan on taking him back with me." Lynching Yu climbed into the carriage alone. The Marquess of Nan'an's residence and the Lin residence were nearly at opposite ends of the city, so a round trip would take most of the day. As he passed Yongxing Street, Lynching Yu had the driver stop. "Wait here." Yongxing Street was the most opulent thoroughfare in the capital. On either side of the road sold silk, cloth, porcelain, wine, tea, and more. Lynching Yu entered the wine shop and brought 2 jars of fine wine, then went to the snack shop next door to order a few pounds of candied fruit and refreshments. Bringing those would be enough. The Lin family household knew that Lynching Yu would come home today, so they'd open their doors early in the morning. When it was almost time for him to arrive, His mother took this younger son and the servant boy who'd followed Lin Qingyu since childhood and stood at the doors waiting. Just before his carriage arrived, Lin Qingyu opened the window. From a distance, he saw a little boy jumping up and down, waving at his carriage. That was Lin Qinghe, his 6-year-old brother. Lin Qingyu's heart, which had been tense for days on end, finally relaxed a little. As soon as Lin Qingyu stepped out the carriage, his brother jumped into his arms, yelling, "Gaga!" He was at the age when his baby teeth were falling out, so his 2 front teeth were missing. It distorted his pronunciation somewhat. "Young master, Huantong." Lin Qingyu's personal servant was as overjoyed as if his young master had returned from the battlefield instead of the Marquess's residence. Lin Qingyu patted his little brother's head and looked towards the gentle woman next to them, Mother. Her eyes were tearful. "It's good that you're back." Slightly nervous, she eyed the carriage. "Is the young master, young Marquess, still in there?" "The young Marquess is bedridden and can't go out," he said, to treat him as if he was dead. Lin Qingyu said, recounting Lu Wancheng's words. His mother was shocked. "That..." Lin Qingyu gave her a comforting smile. "Let's not mention other people now that I'm home. Where's father?" "One of his students came to visit today. He's with them in the hall." "Which one?" "Tan Qizi." Lin Qingyu's smile faded a bit. "He sure knows how to pick a day to visit." Did he have to come here on the same day Lin Qingyu visited? The Tan family ran the largest apothecary in the capital, and Lin Qingyu was cordial with Tan Qizi, his father's student. Still, Lin Qingyu didn't want to interact with him too much. Tan Qizi was always one-sidedly competitive with others, and eventually it became annoying. Compared to Tan Qizi, even Lu Wancheng was lovable. At any rate, Lin Qingyu's mother was relieved that Lu Wancheng hadn't come along. She and her husband only missed their son, and they would have just felt awkward if their son-in-law had accompanied him. "Let's not stand at the doors. Come in. I made your favorite plum blossom cake." "Did you make it yourself, Mother?" She smiled. "Of course. You don't like it when someone else makes it." Lin Qingyu gave her a small smile, and his ice-cold aura seemed to warm into a spring breeze. The driver from the Marquess's residence was stunned. Was this the same young lord who constantly ignored everyone? His expression aloof. As soon as Lin Qingyu entered, he saw Tan Qizi approach him. "Qingyu-shang, you're finally here." Tan Qizi was handsome, and he had a scholarly temperament at first glance. He looked like a talented young man. Lin Qingyu nodded at him, then greeted the man in the place of honor. "Father." His father didn't show emotion like his mother had, but his eyes sparkled as he said, "You're back." Tan Qizi looked outside, then asked, "It's just you. Where's the young Marquess?" "He didn't come," Lin Qingyu said coldly. Tan Qizi was surprised. "I've never seen a newlywed bride return without their husband." "No? Well, now you have," Lin Qingyu replied. "Perhaps the young Marquess is still unwell and cannot go out," his father remarked. But even if so, how could Lu Wancheng not at least have sent a greeting card? Tan Qizi looked at Lin Qingyu up and down blatantly, not even trying to hide his gaze. Lin Qingyu wore a plain white robe today. He was thin to begin with, so his waistline looked elegant as he stood up straight. He was beautiful, but too pretentious. Tan Qizi felt. Would Lin Qingyu's husband like a male wife who always acted superior? He doubted that Beauty Lin was favored by his husband or in-laws. "Qingyu-shang is still as attractive as ever. You even look prettier than a woman," Tan Qizi said, smiling. But why do you still dress so simply as the young lord of the Marquess's residence? Lin Jingyu eyed Tan Chizu with the same frankness. I can't measure up to Tansheng, of course. You're wearing purple robes and there are rings and pendants on your hands and waist. How noble. No one looks more like a male wife of a noble family than you. Tan Chizu's face twisted, but quickly returned to normal. You must be joking, Qing Yusheng. On that note, where are your return gifts? Bring them out so that I can experience the Marquess's wealth. Lin Jingyu lifted the 2 jars of wine. Here. His father smiled at him. Tan Chizu just stared. Favored or not, Lin Jingyu was still a male wife of the Marquess's household. How could his return gift be so pathetic? I brought a few pounds of candied fruit as well, Lin Jingyu said, his tone light. Would you like to try some, Tansheng? Hearing that there was candied fruit, Lin Jinghe said excitedly, I want to eat those. Thanks, Gaga. Did you hide all the good gifts because you didn't want to give them to your parents, Qing Yusheng? Tan Chizu said jokingly. Don't say such nonsense, interjected Lin Jingyu's father. Please, warm up the wine, lady. I'll have a few drinks with Qingyu and Chizu later. Troubled Tan Chizu said, Teacher, I'm afraid the rules don't allow that. How does it break the rules? Tan Chizu hesitated. Qing Yusheng is married now. How could he drink with me, an unrelated man? Lin Jingyu's father glowered. Although Lin Jingyu was good-looking and had joined a Marquess's family as a male wife, the man still considered him his son. Still, others might not see Lin Jingyu that way. The Marquess of Nan'an's household had strict rules, so whether a male wife could interact with men outside it, let alone drink at the same table, was up to debate. It indeed breaks the rules. After all, how could we allow an outsider to attend a family meal? Lin Jingyu seemed composed, but he was already mulling over the type of poison Tan Chizu deserved to be dosed with. What are you still standing here for, Tansheng? You can leave. Tan Chizu was speechless. He clearly didn't want to leave. He hadn't seen anything interesting yet, so he laughed dryly and said, To be honest, I came today not only to greet my shifu, but also to request something. I'm trying to make his voice, very annoying. Hope you can tell. Before he could finish, a steward dashed over. Master, lady, your son-in-law is here. Who's here? Don't mislabel people, Lin Jingyu said icily. It's the young Marquess, insisted Huantong, who had followed the steward, the young Marquess of the Marquess of Nan'an's household. Why was Lu Wancheng now at the Lin residence instead of sleeping? Lin Jingyu kept his emotions in check. I'll go take a look. We'll go as well, his father said in a low voice. Lu Wancheng was a man of high status, after all. If they neglected to greet him, someone with ulterior motives could spread rumors. If such rumors reached the Marquess of Nan'an's residence, Lin Jingyu's situation would become even more dire. Tan Chizu rolled his eyes and followed them. When Lin Jingyu reached the courtyard, he saw Lu Wancheng sitting in a wheelchair, a servant pushing it. Their eyes met. Lu Wancheng smiled, looking completely gentlemanly. Qingyu, you didn't bring me when you went home? Seeing Lin Jingyu's less than touching expression, he whispered, No way. Why are you mad again? What is there to be mad about in your own home? Lu Wancheng's face had regained some color. His complexion was pale. He held an exquisite portable heater in one hand. He was dressed in deep red robes, topped with a winter cape, a pure white fox fur over his legs. Even with so many layers on, he didn't look puffed up. Instead, he looked elegant and handsome. Quite perfect. Lying in bed, Lu Wancheng looked like a salted fish, but out of bed, he looked much more presentable. Before Lin Qingyu could say anything, his parents came out. Lu Wancheng glanced sideways, and the servants behind him tactically understood. He took the heater and fox fur in one hand and helped Lu Wancheng in the other. Once Lu Wancheng was standing steadily, he bowed to Lin Qingyu's parents. "Greetings, father-in-law, mother-in-law. My apologies for the delay." He was graceful and generous, exactly what was expected of a wealthy family's young master. Lin Qinghe hid behind his brother, staring at Lu Wancheng with wide eyes. "Gaga, he's so handsome." Lin Qingyu watched Lu Wancheng coldly. "You're seeing things," he told Lin Qinghe. "There's no need to be polite, young Marquess," Lin Qingyu's father said. "Since you're ill, please sit." Lu Wancheng sat back down in his wheelchair, his gaze falling onto Tan Qizi. "And this is..." "Greetings, young Marquess," Tan Qizi said respectfully, stepping forward. "My name is Tan Qizi. I'm the head imperial physician Lin's student. My family owns the Changshihe apothecary in the capital." Lu Wancheng had a slight smile on his face. Chang what, huh? Changshihe. Tan Qizi said hurriedly. "What Shihe?" Tan Qizi had a vague sense that he was being played with, but the other man's status was so superior to his that he could only keep smiling. "It's Changshihe." "Changshi what?" "What's going on?" Lin Qingyu interrupted them. "The wind is cold. Father, mother, please go back inside. I'll take care of the young Marquess." His mother reached her hand out to Lin Qinghe. "Don't stick too close to your brother, Qinghe. Come here." After his father left the courtyard, Lin Qingyu whispered to Lu Wancheng, "What's wrong with you today?" Alone with Lin Qingyu, Lu Wancheng couldn't be bothered to pretend anymore. He looked downwards, appearing exhausted. "I came to support you." "No need." This was out of the ordinary, and Lin Qingyu felt something must be afoot. He furrowed his brows. "You're normally not even awake at this time." "No, I'm not. It took multiple tries to get up," Lu Wancheng said, smiling. "But I did all this to repay you for the medicine and acupuncture. What do you think? Aren't you touched?" Lu Wancheng raised his eyebrows. "Then would you like me to go?" Lin Qingyu gave it some thought. "Sure, you can find an excuse to go back to the manor." Lu Wancheng choked suddenly, feeling that life was not worth living. "That's a bit much, pal." End of chapter 5. I feel like this re-recording it took me way longer because the first time I stuttered a lot with the names and just getting the flow of things going. So in the end, this part was re-recorded, but I think it worked out for the best. I already finished the entire book by the time I'm re-recording. So yeah, I have not much to say. It's all like jumbled up in my brain, but do watch my review on YouTube. It's out now if you want all of my thoughts there. But really love the story, and I think Qinghe is adorable. I love like little siblings or stuff like that in danmei that we kind of don't get a lot. So we do have a lot of like smaller scenes with him coming up in the next few chapters. It's gonna be really cute and wholesome. Also, I love that despite like Lu Wancheng being from this wealthy family, and then Lin Qingyu, he's not like the wealthiest, but he's also not the poorest. You know, his father is quite famous. He's one of the best imperial physicians, and you can see the kindness in him and how he and his family, like, they don't really care about the gifts or the gossip, but they just really do love their son. Anyways, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you're listening on YouTube. Head on over to Patreon for the whole thing. I am currently recording volume 2 of Thrice Married to a Salted Fish, and I'll slowly upload everything else later on Patreon, so head on over there, and I'll see you guys in the next video.